I told this about 6 months to somebody. I've changed my mind. Is that They Live's a documentary.
Hell yeah. Oh, you know it is.
It is.
It's still happening.
It's coming on stronger and stronger. There's more bands that play it. I Have Come Here to do has been used in more things. It's a documentary.
Ready to rumble, is he not?
He is ready to rumble. I will tell you, this speech tonight will be classic Donald J. Trump. It'll be funny. It'll be entertaining. There will be some shots fired tonight in the room. So everyone should tune in. It's going to be really great.
Our projections show that by the year 2025, not only America, but the entire planet will be under the protection and the dominion of this power alliance. The gains have been substantial, both for ourselves and for you, the human power elite. You have given us entree to the resources we need in our ongoing quest for multidimensional expansion. And in return, the per capita income of each of you here tonight has grown, and this year alone, by an average 39%.
So you know that America has everything in it.
Yes.
It has the good, the bad, the worst, the best.
Yeah.
It has all kinds of people stuck together. Here we are, and we're all working. We're all trying to make it our best place to live.
Yes, sir.
That's what I love about America. There's no place like it.
Nah.
I do like Canada too, Rod. I want to tell you that.
It's very close.
Yeah.
You know, a little more laid back.
Yeah.
America, but you in that movie, you know, it was like everything was American made. You drive the same Cadillac I did.
Yeah, that's right.
Exact same.
That's
right. It says I have a Twitter question. Are you surprised that the film went on to become a critically acclaimed cult classic?
Well, I'm surprised that any movie of mine is liked. You know, I have the same problems that a lot of people do. I don't think anybody's going to like what I do.
And I've just received word that our forces have won a major victory. The underground terrorist network has been destroyed here on the West Coast. We are off crisis alert. The situation is normal again.
How you doing, boys? I didn't know you'd been recruited. Welcome aboard.
Earth is our stepping stone for a
You know, you boys really should have dressed for the party. Now you can afford it. I gotta tell you, I sure am proud to be here. You seen the whole place?
I haven't had a chance to yet.
Come on, I'll show you around. You know, I knew me and you had a lot in common. First time we met.
Money isn't the nicest thing in life.
Hey, waiter.
The only thing.
Thank you, buddy.
Excuse me. Where the hell are we?
Backstage at the show, boys.
And I was delighted by it. And the fact that it still resonates with the culture and people now is wonderful.
Is that what you think why people keep loving the film so much? Because
It's a number of things, okay? First of all, it's you. It's the fight. And it's what it's about. And it's the kind of movie that it is. I think that's what gets them. And they also love your line. They love that line that you wrote.
I'll admit it is a little funky, but it serves its purpose. How'd you get here? Use one of these little portable jobs? I know we ain't supposed to use them except in cases of emergency, but they're so much fun. Hey, fellas, I got a couple of my buddies here. Thought I'd give them the grand tour. Think we can go inside?
Be serious. You have your authorization cards.
Right here.
I've told it many different ways. You know, sometimes when you do as many interviews as I do, you gotta craft. And you know, I was like, and I can't remember where the doggone line came from until I'd be going 80 miles an hour down the road. My left knee was driving. It was a yellow Lincoln Mark IV, had a case of beer in the right seat, the dome lights on, 8-track stereo on there, a yeller pad, and a pencil. Yeah. And I just kept going through them. And I always thought, you know, I was always told it like this. John said, action. And then John said, hold the roll. Roddy, you got bullets and sunglasses. You need to go in the bank. You're not going to rob it. Say something. I'm all out of bubble gum. Lunch. You know.
Watch the door. Soundproof. Where's that signal?
It's up on the roof, I think.
Holly works in there. If she made it, maybe we can find her. Then we can go to the roof and break that signal, man.
Wait, boys, wait. You're making a big mistake.
You made the mistake.
No, you gotta listen to me. I thought you boys understood. It's business. That's all it is. You still don't get it, do you, boys? There ain't no countries anymore. No more good guys. They're running the whole show.
It was a creative way, but
Sure.
I just don't really know how it did really get in there.
Well, you gave me the sheet of paper that you had from all the interviews that you'd done over the years with various wrestlers. You'd written down phrases. You'd written them down in that Mark IV in the middle of the night. You'd written them down on airplanes. You had to come up with stuff to say in those interview days, okay? And I believe it, well, yeah, all the time. You had to do it constantly. I believe that your line, I'm all out of bubblegum line, was when you were facing Playboy Buddy Rose. You remember who he is?
I sure do.
Yep.
And you're right.
You had written it down at Playboy Buddy Rose.
What's wrong with having it good for a change? Now they're gonna let us have it good if we just help them. They're gonna leave us alone. Let us make some money. You can have a little taste of that good life too. Now I know you want it. Hell, everybody does.
You do it to your own kind.
What's the threat? We all sell out every day. Might as well be on the winning team.
It's terrifying when you're too dumb to know who's stupid. And unfortunately, that's where I find myself. And the only people who really know are the people that are working at Harvard. And none of them are talking. And I wouldn't talk either. And none of them are talking. And I wouldn't talk either. Are the world's governments manipulating the weather and creating huge zombie freak storms? I'll tell the government right now, tell you right now if you're listening, NSA, CIA, I'm available, okay? If you show me all the real wreckage, I swear to God, I will make fun of that crap to the end of time. I'll make up stories. I'll lie to my mother. I don't care. You show me a UFO, I'll lie to my mother.
A man who's really respected by everybody, and he's a fantastic person, Joe Rogan, to say a few words, please, Joe.
Well, I want to say that I'm here because of the man to my left. Brian Hubbard and former Texas Governor Rick Perry came on my podcast. They told me how impactful this medicine is, and having that conversation with them, millions of people got a chance to hear their story, hear the stories of all the different people that have had life-changing experiences from it. And I want Brian to be able to speak about this.
Good. Brian, please.
Thank you, sir.
I heard that, Joe. You have no trouble speaking. He's got no trouble speaking.
I want to assure you that my presence here is the most concrete affirmation that God has a wonderful sense of humor.
Blah, 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 blah. I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. That's where it came from.
Do you still have those books?
You know, I don't know. I don't think I do.
You should put them in the
You just gave it to me. You said, take a look at this. Here's who I am. Here's what I've written. Here's where I came from. So I started reading it and said, well, this is great stuff.
See ya, boys.
Let's go!
Is this the 2-minute break or the 30-second break?
I think it's the 30-second break.
They dropped
I don't
12.
know.
I guess we must be running long.
I think so.
We are experiencing a technical difficulty.
What the hell's going on?
We've got to start with the latest on Iran because there's breaking news here and increasing signs that we may be getting close to a deal to end this thing permanently. Thank God. Yesterday, a very upbeat President Trump saying Iran had already agreed to give up its pursuit of a nuclear weapon. Well, since then, more this morning, Iran announcing that the Strait of Hormuz is back open, sending the price of oil down to about $88 a barrel. So hopefully we can all get some relief at the pump soon, although that's not exactly how it works. There's going to be a hangover effect, they say, from these prices being jacked up for so long and the oil being backed up for so long. President Trump posting on Truth Social, quote, the Strait of Hormuz is completely open and ready for business and full passage, but the naval blockade will remain in full force in effect as it pertains to Iran only until such time as our transaction with Iran is 100% complete. That ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon was brokered by the U.S. and announced last night by President Trump. Mr. Trump adding on Truth Social, quote, "The USA will get all nuclear dust," you heard him mention it in the soundbite too, "created by our great B-2 bombers. No money will exchange hands in any way, shape, or form. This deal is in no way subject to Lebanon either, but the USA will separately work with Lebanon and deal with the Hezbollah situation in an appropriate manner." So they're disagreeing on whether that had something to do with it, but Iran is expressly saying they wouldn't have agreed to this if Israel had continued bombing Lebanon. Trump goes on, Israel will not be bombing Lebanon any longer. They are, in all caps, prohibited from doing so by the USA. Enough is enough. Thank you.
Elon Musk!
I'm not just MAGA. I'm dark, gothic MAGA.
This is the world you are graduating into. This is what I want to talk about today with you for a few minutes. To lead in shaping a new world order for the 21st century.
New tonight, President-elect Trump naming former WWE CEO Linda McMahon as Education Secretary.
And that means she'll be in charge of a department Trump has proposed abolishing. Dick Brennan here now with what she brings to the role. Dick.
Well, Maurice and Christine, President-elect Trump continues to make his cabinet picks at breakneck speed. McMahon was his transition co-chair and head of the Small Business Administration in his last term. Now some of his choices begin to campaign for confirmation. Tomorrow, the nominee for Attorney General, Matt Gaetz, and the choice for Defense Secretary, Pete Hegseth, will be on Capitol Hill visiting any skeptical Republican senators.
Within minutes, law enforcement was on scene, as well as 2 school resource officers assigned here to the school who immediately encountered the subject within just minutes of this report going out. Once they encountered the subject immediately surrendered to these officers, and he was taken into custody.
It's a little matter we need to talk about.
Yeah, money, right? Well, forget it.
No, not money. Gray's Sports Almanac.
You heard him, girls. Party's over. Start talking, kid. What else you know about that book?
First, you tell me how you got it. How, where, and when.
All right. Take a seat. Sit down! November 12th, 1955, that was when?
November 12th, 1955. That was the date I went back. That was the date of the famous Hill Valley lightning storm.
You know your history? Very good. I'll never forget that Saturday. I just picked my car up from the shop because I'd rolled it in a drag race a few days earlier.
I thought you crashed into a manure truck.
How do you know about that?
My father told me about it.
Your father?
Before he died.
Oh, yeah, right. So there I was, minding my own business. This crazy old codger with a cane shows up. He says he's my distant relative. I don't see any resemblance. So he says, how would you like to be rich? So I said, sure. So he lays this book on me. He says, this book will tell me the outcome of every sporting event till the end of the century. All I have to do is bet on the winner, and I'll never lose. So I said, what's the catch? He says, no catch, just keep it a secret. After that, he disappeared.
Who was Hiram Abiff? Every Freemason, and indeed anyone interested in Freemasonry, must have asked themselves that question at some point. In Masonic teachings, Hiram Abiff is the architect of King Solomon's temple, and his story is one of faithfulness and death before dishonor. But more than that, Hiram Abiff, or Adoniram, as he is known in some texts, is the template of excellence in Freemasonry and appears throughout the centuries in many Masonic degrees, in various guises, lessons and references.
Oh, and he told me one more thing. He said someday a crazy, wild-eyed scientist or a kid may show up asking about that book. And if that ever happens...
A figure of virtue, justice, skill and honour. If Freemasonry has a hero, that hero is Hiram Abiff. In craft Freemasonry, the third degree, or raising, is for many Masons an extremely moving and symbolic experience. Central to the degree is the figure of Hiram, and so important is he that it seems necessary to understand Hiram to truly understand Freemasonry itself.
Funny. I never thought it would be you.
Yeah, well, Biff, you're forgetting one thing. What the hell is that?
This book aims to explore this key yet mysterious figure in Masonry from a historical, symbolic and sociological point of view. The book not only reveals the exact biblical references to Hiram, but it also draws on other scriptures to give a clear picture to the reader about what has been said in original sources. Armed with the above, the author applies this understanding to the teachings surrounding Hiram in the various forms and roles of Masonic ritual that appear, exploring and explaining the symbolism throughout. The author then goes on to compare Masonic teachings with other ceremonial traditions that involve a slain and risen figure.
Take a look at what happened.
Some with striking similarity to the enactment of the story of Hiram performed in each and every Masonic lodge. Drawing on his extensive historical and anthropological knowledge, the author takes us on a tour examining countless traditions across the world and showing the reader what possible links there could be to the secret rites of the Knights Templar, the ancient Egyptian traditions of Osiris or the Greek Adonis, as well as the traditions from the very time of King Solomon himself.
I just want to go find. What we did see is some real deep, disturbed emotions in that room. One of whom was Erica Kirk. As I was walking out of the venue trying to figure out what happened and what we could find out as a reporter, as we're walking out, she also came out and she came right by me. It was just a few seconds, in tears, saying, "I just want to leave." Imagine her distress as she's sitting there hearing the same thing that we all heard, which was gunshots. and knowing what happened to her husband and being in that scenario, she looked visibly terrified as she was being escorted out. And then we saw her again once she was outside of the building, kind of being surrounded and waiting to be able to leave the area completely.
Got a butterfly tat on the back of a you-know-where. I let her lie by the wine and landed there. It's what you get for getting tipsy at the county fair. My baby's my kind of crazy. $1 million smile and a $500 car. She talks to Jesus every morning before it starts. Hates the way it drives, but loves the way it parks by the river in the moonlight, listening to the AM station 'cause the antenna's missing. She's my kind of Sunday driving, rolling down the back roads, hanging out the window, riding with her hair in the wind and her hands in the sky like she's flying. She's my kind of ponytail pretty, sounds like the country, looks like the city. I march along to whatever out-of-town drum she plays me. She's my kind of crazy.
I'm going to do that. She's there for almost 4 years, and I just keep saying why. I did it during the debate. I killed her in the debate, but I have a lot of crooked people. What they do, I had 3-on-1. I didn't even mind that. I still won by a lot. But why? I asked a question. And that David Muir, how about him? I said, how about that guy? Pretty boy, you know, we call him Pretty Boy. That's about it. That's about all. But you know what? I said, crime is at a level like we've never seen. It's rampant. It's rising. Okay.
The purge has to come to an end.
We are going to use this year's purge to do something about that senator.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Purge election year, rated R.
What the hell is going on? See, we have to let the police do their job. And if they have to be extraordinarily rough. And you know, the funny thing with all of that stuff, look at the department stores, same thing. They walk into you see these guys walking out with air conditioners, with refrigerators on their back. The craziest thing.
You got to install microwave ovens, custom kitchen deliveries. We got to move these refrigerators. We got to move these color TVs.
I always loved movies like Escape from New York when I was a kid, and a movie with kind of a big sci-fi concept that lets you think about sociopolitical things from a unique angle. I think that's cool, and it puts me in a different world than I've ever been in. You know, I've never been such a great actor that I can make all these characters so different without the help of being part of a story.
Genetics, what can it mean? The ability to perfect the physical and mental characteristics of every unborn child.
Of genetic engineering to choose the genes.
In the
society.
In the not-too-distant future, our DNA will determine everything about us. A minute drop of blood, saliva, or a single hair determines where you can work, who you should marry, what you're capable of achieving. In a society where success is determined by science, divided by the standards of perfection, one man's only chance.
How do you expect to pull this off? I don't know exactly.
Is to hide his own identity.
This is the last day that you're going to be you and I'm going to be me.
By borrowing someone else's.
Congratulations. What about the interview? That was it.
Do you think you'd be doing what you're doing if it wasn't for who you are, what you are?
I have a feeling he might be there under false pretenses, playing somebody else's hand. They've got my picture plastered up all over the place. They'll recognize me.
They won't recognize me.
They'll recognize me. I don't recognize you.
I think it's incredibly difficult to watch this movie and not think of Trayvon Martin, or not think of Sandy Hook, or not think of the NRA, or not think of... America has a very long and strange relationship to gun violence.
They won't believe that one of their elite could have suckered them all this time. They are going to find me.
But in a place where any cell from any part of your body can betray you, how do you hide? When we all shed 500 million cells a day.
Number 8, we will finally complete the biometric entry-exit visa tracking system, which we need desperately. In my administration, we will ensure that this system is in place. And I will tell you, it will be on land, it will be on sea, it will be in air. We will have a proper tracking system.
Ethan Hawke, Uma Thurman. Welcome to Gattaca.
In Texas, President-elect Trump was joined by Elon Musk and his pick for Education Secretary, Linda McMahon, in his statement calling her a fierce advocate for parents' rights who served for 2 years on the Connecticut Board of Education, where she was one of 15 members overseeing all public education in the state. Trump has promised to disband the Department of Education and said McMahon will spearhead the efforts to send education back to the states.
Masters!
What do these things want, and why are they here?
You still don't get it, do you, boy? They have recruited the rich and the powerful. They're running the whole show. Wake up! They're all about you, all around you. Blinded us to the truth.
Take a look.
They are safe as long as they are not discovered.
I don't know what they are or where they came from, but we gotta stop them. Stay away from me. Put these on. They have us. Look at them. They're everywhere. Our owners.
We have no other choice.
I don't like this one bit.
Leave it alone, man. It ain't none of my business. Ain't none of yours.
We have been lulled into a trance.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. We're in trouble. The whole world's in trouble. Control us! You're sending some kind of signals out of TV sets.
I've got one that can see.
Mama don't like tattletale. Now we start spilling some blood. Let's go!
Push a button.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Astrophysically, it is practically as interesting if we found mats of microbial life as it would if it was like a green alien with a ray gun, because it's life somewhere off of Earth. That's the boundary we'd be crossing.
Better arrange it that you wouldn't hood surf my truck. I had a peg, but she just kept yelling speed up. She did it twice, said you owe me a couple $100. But keep your money, I'll take an eye on you. On an ice cream cone and some high heel shoes. She's my kind of Sunday driving, rolling down the back roads, hanging out the window, riding with her hair in the wind and her hands in the sky, like she's flying. She's my kind of ponytail pretty, sounds like the country, looks like the city.
in our quest to convert ignorance into knowledge.
Do you think that it would unite humanity?
Good point. So I don't know for sure, but I can tell you, given how tribal we have all been, especially in recent years, where we are finding reasons to separate ourselves and then fight, to find life somewhere else might be the first occasion to unify Earth as a tribe of its own.
You're trying to give me a hint that there are aliens.
No, I'm trying to tell you I don't know.
Oh.
But if we were visited someday, I wouldn't be surprised. I just hope that it's not like Independence Day.
Yeah, right.
That it's a conflict.
Well, now we have friendly
Maybe the only way to unite this incredibly divided world of ours.
I march along to whatever out-of-town drum she plays me. She's my kind of crazy, my kind of dangerous, my kind of say whatever's on your mind. She's my kind of Sunday driving, rolling down the back roads, hanging out the window, riding with her hair in the wind, in her hands in the sky, like she's flying.
She's ziplining past a sign that says Fremont, and Fremont means freedom, like Charlie Kirk had a freedom shirt on. And then you have the cross there. Kirk means church, right? Also, the video length is 3 minutes and 22 seconds. 322, the number of skull and bones. All right? And notice she's ziplining like a witch.
She's my kind of ponytail pretty, sounds like the country, looks like the city.
What a blast. Tyler and I had shooting this video with you guys. Blast, like a gunshot blast. Tyler, like the suspect is Tyler Robinson. And shooting, like Tyler did the shooting. And when you click on the profile, you get Erica Francevy.
I march along to whatever out-of-town drum she plays me. She's my kind of crazy, my kind of crazy.
And remember, we just had the website Jezebel. It had the witches put the curse on Charlie Kirk just 2 days before he was allegedly killed. And then we connected all this to Snake Eyes, where Charles Kirkland, like Charles Kirk, is shot in the neck during a fight where Tyler goes down in a staged fall, right? So you got Tyler there also. And remember the connection I'm making here. You have the storm called Jezebel that's going on during the assassination. And also remember the assassin in the movie Snake Eyes, his initials are TR, like Tyler Robinson. So anyways, guys, this is unbelievable. All right. You got the Fremont, like freedom. You got the 9/10, like Charlie Kirk died on 9/10. And this comment, what a blast. Tyler and I had shooting this video.
They're out there. We better think of how all the differences among people on Earth would seem small if we felt threatened by a space invader. That's the whole theory of independence.
You're right.
Everybody gets together and makes nice and,
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement.
Now, one thing I really want your generation to embrace is that the Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the Earth. There's no place to go.
Sit rep as follows.
Last night I dreamt about how things were.
Of every enemy of the state!
And then I woke up here.
I still got my Trump pump on, and let me stake my claim, let me mark my territory. I was the first one, if you were there, to do the Trump dance, baby. I had that place going at the Garden, and now it's catching on. Everybody's dancing like Trump because we got America back. We got a second chance. We've repented to our Lord and Savior. He's healing the land. He's healing the people, and we're back, Jack. I was one of the biggest cowards around. I voted for Trump before. I was afraid to wear the hat. I was afraid of the bumper sticker. But when they tried to kill him, I said, that's it. Enough is enough. And guess what? The whole United States of America feels that way now. We're proud to be Trumpites. We're proud of Trumpmania. We're proud of our new president. And everybody is singing it to the heavens. And it's about time we finally get our country back.
Wait, I have to get, you lost me when you said Hulk Hogan was afraid of anything. I mean, I've seen you clothesline people. I've seen you do it all. How could you possibly be afraid? Have been afraid of anything?
I didn't want to split my audience as a businessman.
Yeah.
Plus, I didn't want people throwing rocks through my business, coming to my home and doing what they did to Kavanaugh, you know. So at the end of the day, I was afraid. I was sitting on the couch being a coward. And finally, I decided to step up and be a man. That's what I meant. I was hiding like everybody else. Even though I voted for Donald Trump back in the day, I wouldn't tell anybody. It's completely different now because we took America back. We're on the right path. God in our homes, God in our country, God in our schools. One nation under God.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Tired of waiting for a response from an adoption agency? Unable to find a suitable surrogate mother? Worried about pregnancy complications? Worry no more, because Ectolife got you covered.
I don't know if I could have a kid in a world like this.
Oh, that's happy, thanks.
Really though, it is like that Rook woman said. Things were okay a few years ago, before 2008. Do you remember back then we used to think politics was boring?
Those were the days.
But now, I worry about everything. I don't know what to worry about first. Never mind the government. It's the sodding banks. They terrify me. And it's not even them. It's the companies, the brands, the corporations. They treat us like algorithms while they go around poisoning the air and the temperature and the rain. And don't even start me on ISIS. Oh, now we've got America. Never thought I'd be scared of America in a million years, but we've got fake news and false facts. I don't even know what's true anymore. What sort of world are we in? Because if it's this bad now, what's it going to be like for you? Huh? 30 years' time? 10 years? 5 years? What's it going to be like?
The Oasis being the ultimate toy box with all the toys in the world, and then playing that with one of the greatest filmmakers of all time. It results in just amazing action and such a fun adventure.
Ernest Cline is such a visionary, and I think has seen the future before any of us possibly could even imagine it.